So then if you do want to watch the webinar back, if you want to share with colleagues or friends, etc., then we'll be able to send the link out to you at the beginning of next week. Okay, so let's get started. So first of all, thank you for joining us. I'm here with my colleague Rosie Banway, who's the Business Development Manager for UDOL. Some of you may already know Rosie. Today we'll be doing a short presentation which will be given an overview of the University of Derby online learning, what you can expect as a student here, give you a bit of a preview as to what online learning looks like here at the university, and how you would interact and work collaboratively with other learners. But also have plenty of time at the end of the session to answer any questions that you may have. So we will carry on and get going. Okay, so a little bit of information about us to start. The University of Derby Online Learning, we're a division of the University of Derby based in the centre of the UK, in the Midlands area, and we are dedicated to providing degrees through online learning. That's all we do. So we look after our students from the initial point of inquiry right through to when they graduate with us. We're one of the UK's leading universities for online learning. We've got over 10 years of experience, and what that means for you as a student is that you will benefit from our experience, from our expertise, and we are all of our courses are designed to make sure that you have an interactive, a collaborative experience, and that you really enjoy learning and also get to meet lots of other people who are studying with us from around the world. Many of our courses are vocationally orientated, so we have accredited programs. For example, our psychology courses are accredited by the BPS. Our business and management courses are accredited by the Chartered Management Institute. And again, what this means is that we have had to meet certain criteria, that our courses are of a high standard for us to be able to have that accreditation. We have a very experienced academic team. We have a core team who are based here with us in Derby, but we also have a range of academics that are spread all over the world. And with online learning, one of the real benefits that we have is that we can have academics and tutors who are based around the world, who bring their own wealth of experience and expertise, and they don't necessarily need to be here with us in the UK. So that adds value to your learning. We also have a team of non-academic supporters called online learner advisors, and they're a really important part of your learning experience. They'll be with you right through from the day one of your studies. They will be there to help you, support you with any non-academic advice and issues that you may have. And also recently, the University of Derby was awarded a Gold TEF rating, and what this means is that we've been recognised as a university in the UK, and that we deliver consistently outstanding teaching, learning, and outcomes for our students, and it's one of the highest qualities found in the UK, and this is something that we are immensely proud of. So, for those of you who don't know, we offer a range of different courses, undergraduate courses, postgraduates. We also do professional development, CPD type courses, and some free courses as well, which you can experience. You don't need to have meet any specific entry criteria, but it gives you an idea of what online learning looks like and feels like, and you'll also receive some badges for those at the end as well. So, as I've already mentioned, many of our courses are accredited by professional bodies. Here's just some of the badges, some of the institutions that accredit our courses, and some of them, for example, the BPS and the Institute of Hospitality also offer student membership, which has additional benefits for you as you're studying with us. So, when you study with us, your experience, we make it as as I've said before, it's trying to enrich it as much as possible, but we also try and make sure you've got all the support that you need. When you're studying with us, you are a member of the University of Derby, so you have access to a range of university support teams, including student wellbeing, careers, and employment services, IT support. So all of those services are also available to you. So what are the real benefits to online learning? Well, I think for you, if you're studying with us from India or from Bangladesh or from Sri Lanka or from anywhere really, you're able to achieve a British university qualification, a British degree, without having to come to the UK. And for many of our graduates, that's a real bonus and something that they wouldn't be able to get their degree through any other way. So it means you don't have to worry about visas. There's no additional costs for travel or living expenses, because you can still do your degree while you're still living at home, in working, looking after your family, etc. Online learning is designed to just fit alongside that. We also offer flexible payment plans, so you can spread the cost of your course. You only start to make a payment when you enroll onto the course, and you don't have to pay for everything up front. You can pay per module, so almost like a pay-as-you-go system, or if you did want to pay for your fees up front, then there are some discounts available too. You can fit your studies around your lifestyle. So again, if you're working full time, you can either, some students choose to study in the evenings, some people just wait until the weekend and do all of their studying in one go then. It's entirely up to you, so you do have that flexibility. Achieving a degree can help you to enhance your career prospects and your employability. And again, one of the bonuses of online learning is that you are, because you're learning, you're immersed in your learning, but you can also start to apply your learning within your workplace almost straight away, really. And again, many students find that that's a real bonus in terms of helping them to improve their career prospects, and also just increasing their confidence in their skills and their abilities. You can improve your digital skills, put your new knowledge and skills into practice. And also, once you've completed your bachelor's or master's degree, you will receive an invitation to come to the UK to attend the graduation. So obviously you would need a visa at that point. But again, we had graduation last week. We had 147 students who came over from all around the world to join us, which was a fantastic day. And as well as the graduation ceremony, we also invite our graduates to come and join us for a special reception after graduation as well. Oh, I'm sorry, can I just check if you can hear me? Has the sound dipped off? Let's just check. Okay, I thought we had a little problem with the sound there, but I think we're okay now. Okay, so a little bit of information then about the 20% scholarship. So this is something that we're offering for students if they enroll into our programs in September, January or May next year. Oh, has the sound gone again? Is it back? Okay. Can I just check can you raise your hand? Oh no, I think we're okay again. Sorry, it seems to be a little bit intermittent. I'm going to keep going. If you can't hear me, if you can use the text chat facility just to post a comment, and then we'll just double check that everything's okay our end. Okay, so the 20% scholarship, yes, it's available, as I've said before, for students from India, Sri Lanka and Bangladesh. It's available on our online undergraduate and postgraduate degrees only. It does not apply to our on-campus degrees. And the 20% discount would be applied when you enroll onto one of the undergraduate or postgraduate degree courses, and it is limited to UDOL degrees. Just to give you an example, I've tried to pick the courses that I think most of you are interested in, but just to give you an illustration of the savings. So we've got the full cost on this slide. and then after the 20% discount, what the cost is. And Rosie has then put those into your local currency as well, with the exchange rate down there at the bottom, just to give you an idea of those costs. So you can see really with the top-up degree, so accounting and finance, computing, integrative health and nursing, you're saving £900. Business and management for the full bachelor's degree, you're saving £2,700. For the education masters, you're saving £1,530. And for the MBA Global or the MBA Global Finance, you're saving £2,385. So I'm just going to spend a bit of time just going through what online learning looks like, again, just to give you an idea of how you would access your learning content, etc. If you have got any questions, if you use the text chat to post them while I'm talking, Rosie is keeping an eye on the questions that are coming in, and what we'll probably do is just take those questions at the end and answer them then. So, okay. So, some of you may have already experienced online learning. You may have already been doing an online course. But we have a lot of support in place to help you with the transition to studying online with us. As part of your induction, so when you enroll onto the course, you will be given an orientation. And at the moment, if you're just really considering online and thinking, is this right for me? We do have a free guide to online learning, which is accessible from our website, and we will send you the link after this session. And through that, it's got lots of different bits of information in there, videos and other interactive sections that just, again, just answer some of the questions that you may have about online learning. Oh, sorry. Let's go back one. So how do you access your learning? So once you apply for a course, we would then consider your application. If your application is successful, we would make you an offer and then invite you to enroll onto a course. And the way that you would access your learning content is through our student portal. And you would log in. If you've already had a look at our website, then you may have noticed already there's a student login button at the top right hand corner. So this takes you through to our student portal, which we'll just go on to. So this is a screenshot of what the student portal homepage looks like. And this is a key place for you to get information about the course you're studying and also what else is happening within the university. It's clearly laid out so that you can find information you need all in one place. And we've designed this in consultation with our students to make sure that we're meeting your needs. So the dashboard in the top left hand gives you quick links to some of the key facilities. So your university email account, the e-library, your grades, where your grade information would be sent to you, and a way to manage your password and also your calendar. As a remote student, you'd get access to our library, and the library team here have heavily invested in digital resources for students studying remotely, such as yourselves. And they also offer live webinars and help sessions. So if you have any queries, then they'll be able to help you. Now, under the dashboard, you can see there's a link to it says My Programs. And that's where this slide, I'm not sure if you can see it on there, there's 3 courses listed on there, but you would probably just have one. So if you were doing an MBA, then it would just say the MBA there. And then you've got the modules that you are studying. So all of that information is just on that front page. And the announcement section is where your tutor may post key messages or announcements that he just wants to bring to your attention. On the right hand side of the screen, you can see we've got some news sections, and this again is just to keep you up to date with key dates or things that are happening that may be relevant for you. And one of the reasons students come to us from around the world is because they're choosing to study with a British university, and having the online learning aspect of it just gives them that flexibility that they can complete a British degree without having to leave home. Okay, so a little bit more information just on some of the key functionality here. So getting started, so when you're a new student, there's an online tutorial which will introduce you to studying online, how to use the virtual learning environment, making sure that you're comfortable in accessing various information like the library and study skills, because it's important to be familiar with the learning environment when your course starts so that then you can focus on your studies. My Learning is where all of your content, your learning content would be stored, and we will have a look at that in a moment. University services. As a University of Derby student, you can access all of the services. They're all set up there to support online learners, for example, the library, which we've just mentioned. And you can always arrange to talk to people either on Skype or on the telephone if that's easier for you. The career service as well can provide you with one-to-one support, and it's also worth mentioning that once you've completed your studies and you're an alumni of the university, you still have access to the career service team up to 3 years after you've left. We also have a large help centre with 24/7 access containing frequently asked questions, everything you need to know from resetting your account password, course payments, taking a break from studies, etc. And this online support complements the personal support you would receive from an online learner advisor. Okay, so this is the screen where this is the My Learning side of the portal. So this is where you would access all of your learning content. Again, you can see here we've got the program that you'd be studying and then the modules that you would be studying. And the good thing is as well that once you've completed a module, you can still go back in and look at that module, look at content if you wanted to refresh information or you wanted to go back to refer to something, then you have the access to be able to do that. So learning online, for us, we structure it to make it as interactive and engaging and as social as possible. And I'm sure many of you probably already are using social media in your daily life. And really a lot of the ways you would interact with the tutors and with fellow students is a similar kind of principle. So just like studying with your peers in a classroom helps you learn, the same thing happens online. So when you become a student of the University of Derby Online Learning, you join a large online virtual community. And the facilitator, if you like, of that community is the academic or your tutor. They would contact all of the students via announcements from the programme and in your modules, and they would keep you up to date with information about the latest announcements, or if they were going to do a live session, they would put that notification out there. But you would also get a notification through your email just to make sure that you don't miss anything when announcements are posted. So it is important for you to go into the portal to check information and just to be able to interact and engage with things on a regular basis. And in terms of how you would interact with other students on the course, you would really do that through discussion forums mostly. So just as you would chat online to friends and family on social media, you have the same type of experience when studying online. But the discussions will have a focus which will be set by your academic, so they may give you some external reading to comment on, for example, or want you to talk about something, an experience that you could share in the workplace. But there is lots of opportunities to interact with learners from around the world. So briefly, our academics are experts in their subject disciplines. As I've already mentioned, we've got a core team here, but we do have academics that are based all around the world to make sure that we can pull in on their expertise and speciality to enrich your learning. And they will use, as part of the learning, they do use the exact same technology that we're using today to do live sessions with you. And with those live sessions, anything that they do is also recorded, so that they will usually contact all of the students to say, I'm thinking of doing a session at this point, at this time, at this date, and they will try and get the best time that suits most people, but everything will be recorded so that if you've attended the session, whether you didn't attend the session, you can still go back in and listen to the recording again. And obviously your tutor will be there if you've got questions that you need to discuss and follow up on, so you won't miss out on anything. I just wanted to draw your attention as well to something we do have available for quite a number of our courses at the moment, which is we do some free course tasters, and you may not have been able to try those for your program just yet, but we designed these because one of the most common questions we get asked is, what does online learning look like? So people want to understand how they interact with the learning content, what sort of resources are going to be there. So we've created these tasters for a number of programs to just enable you to go in, to have a look, to navigate, and just to see the types of learning materials there. There's a mixture of text, there could be video, there might be audio, and they are interactive. So if you haven't already, if you do check on the course pages, then if the course tasters are there, in fact, I've got a screenshot here. Yeah, so the course tasters would be accessible from our website. We are still developing them for some programs, so if they're not currently there, then we will be planning to introduce those over this year. Okay, so that's really the end of the formal side of the presentation, but we do have plenty of time for questions. So if you wanted to use the text chat just to type in anything else that you would like to know, then myself and Rosie are certainly here to answer any of those questions. We'll just give you a couple of minutes just to think about if there's anything else you'd like to know. In fact, one thing I will say, one other question that we do get asked an awful lot is about how long do I need to allow for studies? And the way our system is structured is that we have 3 trimesters a year, so 3 terms, which is September, January and May. And each trimester runs over 10 weeks. So if you were studying a 20 credit module, that would run over a 10-week period. And we recommend that you allow around 200 hours in total to study that module, which is roughly about 20 hours per week. Some weeks you may have a little bit more, some weeks a little bit less. And over those 20 hours, it could be a mixture of reading, research, attending a live session, maybe going away and doing some written work. It could be working collaboratively with other students on a project, for example. So, but just as a guide, just so you understand roughly what the commitment is. Some people work faster than others, so it's just to give you an indication of how much time you need to commit to studying that. Okay, still got time for questions. I'm just going to move on. We've just got a couple of last minute slides. If you are interested in any of our courses, please do take a look at the website, and there's lots of information on there about the programs, about the entry criteria and fees, etc. We do have 3 intakes, as I've just mentioned. So our next intake is in September, which the term starts on the 25th of September, and the application deadline is the 10th of September. But you can apply online at any time for any of these intakes. Just simply fill in the online application form with as much information as you can, and then send it through to our admissions team. They will assess your application, and then they will come back to you within 5 to 10 days to let you know if you've been successful, if we need some more information from you, etc. So they will then be your main point of contact. But if you do have any questions before you make your applications, then we also have a team here who can help you with any information about making your application, or just any general information you'd like to know about the courses. So that's something that is available to you. And if you want to follow us, if you're not already, then you can follow us on social media channels. We do have lots of videos available on YouTube, including videos for graduation, student testimonials, some videos from our academics as well. So lots of information there that if you wanted to just have a look around and familiarise yourself a little bit more. Our contact details are on there as well, so you can call us, or if you want to email us, then we can always arrange to call you back. Or if you wanted to do a Skype or something like that, then that's also something that we can do. Just contact us, and then we will get back to you in the best way that we can. Okay. Are there any other questions from anybody? I think if we haven't got any questions, then we'll probably close this session. As I said before, we are recording it. I'm just going to stop recording now.